Great. So let's go back to page 4. Let's keep this open so we can see exactly where we are in our practice. We're going to start out with a little bit of review of the floating Buddha. It is going to be behind the back, so we have that intensity underneath the arms for a little while here. Then we'll change it up. But for now, we are going to do our sit-ups and our leg stretches. Let's review coming in to our sumo squat to begin, and then floating Buddha from there. Okay, stand in the center of the mat. Right underneath your plumb line, go ahead and raise your hands up. Bring your forearms down. Always use your forearms to stretch it down, right? Once we're there, we're going to lean back. Use the forearm press. Super important to keep this lock. Then we walk into our sumo squat. Heel toe wide. Trace the shape of the mat. So what we want to do is have our toes all the way forward, hun. All the way forward. So if you're driving, you're at 10 and 2, right? That's like you're steering. Okay. There you go. And then a hips drop, right? Our hips drop. Remember to push your pubic bone down. Drop all the way, just with the lower. There you go. There you go. Just drop in. Right? So arms are really engaged, lower body is relaxed, and then we just let ourselves pulse in the space. Pull that forward. Okay, great. So really allow yourself to just feel like you can get the space in the body here. This is our #1 seated position, sumo squat. So if I ever ask you to come to seat in the swing, it's not actually like sitting in it. This is our seated posture, okay? From here we can enter almost all of the postures besides the forward fold. That's what we learned yesterday. Let's hug and go ahead and find our leg loops. So we want to put these on. So we're going to use our core. This is our first core activation. We hold on to the leg loop and we're going to pull, keep half sumo. We're going to pull our knee up towards the swing. Don't go anywhere yet. Just follow along. Just pull your knee up. So we pull down with our arms. Right. And then we pull up with our knees. So we're going to do the same side. Same hand, same knee. Okay? So this side, yes. Right side for everybody. Good. And so we do 5 of these just to feel that core activation. We have to pull down with our arms as much as we pull up with the knees. Both. Okay, and then when we want to put the foot in, we have to have the knee go out to the side. Very important. Then the foot can reach up. Okay? If the knee doesn't go out to the side, there's usually not enough space. And then from here we have our half Buddha, right? From our half Buddha, we can just take it nice and slow to warm up. And then second side, so hug the swing. So this is not it. You'll see people do this, right? It seems like it would be much easier to get over there, but we're going to keep our hook. Grab with both hands. And then we're going to float. Pull the knee up. Core activation. Arms are extended toward me, straight out. Yes, yes. And then pull up. It's really strong. Just these core activations can be enough. Right? So first the knee comes up towards the chest. Then when we're ready, one more, squeeze. Then when we're ready, sorry, bring the knee out to the side. Do it again. Oh, no. Yep. Pull the knee out to the side. Learn how to get the foot in there. So this is the movement. This is the stretch. Right? So knee out to the side. Yeah, that's it. Grab the foot. There, you got it. See, it is actually easier once we get it. Right? It's like, oh no. Now we're in our floating Buddha. So from our floating Buddha, let's just do a little bit of windshield wiper action. Just let it feel good to sway from side to side. Stretch the back. Right, so hips heavy, heart open, head relaxed. You guys remember that from yesterday? Our favorite mantra? Hips heavy, heart open, head relaxed. So we have this dynamic tension of lengthening the front of the spine by one part of the body dropping and then the other part lifting. Just think about like tightening a guitar string. You don't want to pull them both up or pull both down. One goes up, one goes down. That's how we get maximum length. Tuning the spine, so more drop in the hips, more drop in the hips. Yeah. Okay, swaying from side to side. We call this windshield wipers. Now from our windshield wipers, we're going to come to center. So we're focusing on our sit-ups right now. So in our sit-ups, we're going to hold on to the swing. We're going to lift our hips and start to lean back. Just try the first one. This is called ladle, right? So we're sliding into ladle. Now, like we talked about yesterday, some people get dizzy when they go back. So we're going to do little sit-ups at first. So hold on to this, and remember we're learning Therapeutix, so we're not trying to do the hardest version. We're just using our arms to lift. So crunch, look up, and then come back down. So I call this rowing. Crunch, lift up, go back down. Okay, cool. Now come on back to your floating Buddha and hang out here and just watch me for the next one. I'm going to switch to the arches of the feet. Okay, I don't have to use my hands, but I can if I need to. Now when I have the arches of the feet, I'm really engaging through my legs. Okay, and then I'm going to just use my hands to slide up and down without grabbing. So the rowing, the harder ones, the first ones we're going to do for our beginners. For the intermediate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my knees towards my chest, knees towards my nose, and I'm going to slide up and down. Okay, so we could do 50 of these, or 5, whatever you're in the mood for, but go ahead and try it. First move.
And the swing is just staying in the same place on your back once you get it there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so let's try moving the leg loops to the arches of the feet. Feel free to ask any questions as we go along, it's helpful for everyone. Great, and once we're here, we squeeze the legs together. Notice how much more engagement and activation to keep, yes, you're like, I feel what you're talking about. Now,
I hear you.
Come back to ladle. Just come back to ladle, right? Get it into the sweet spot. Now what I want you to do is when you crunch, pull your knees up towards the sky. Crunch and pull your knees up. Straight up, that's it. And then extend, just slide down into ladle, nice and easy. And then crunch, pull your knees up. Knees are good, yeah, towards the sky. And then slide back down, good. So we're not using our hands, although we could if we needed to. We're really using our core, and the hands are like stabilizers. Okay, so after you do a bunch of these, you'll really start to feel how you activate both the lower, middle, and upper abs. Okay, come back into chillax and rest for a second. Everybody got that one? Does that feel good? Okay, cool. So I'm going to turn around to show you the other sit-ups. You guys, you can all just face the back, but I want you guys to see, and it's hard to see when we're upside down, so sometimes we'll switch back and forth for today, and don't worry about it. If you guys are all facing that way, just follow the verbal cues, and also you can look at Selena, okay? Because they're reviewing, so they should know it, but we'll give you an extra hand today.
Thank you.
Yes.
If I can make it through it.
I'm
so worried.
Positive thinking. And again, it's just like that first one is the one that I want you to focus on. So rowing will be the most important sit-up. So getting the leg loops on is a core activation in itself. And then for, like I said, focusing on a beginner level class, then after you get the leg loops on, then you can go into rowing. And if rowing is too hard, from here, you can, from ladle, you can just do a crunch. Just with the leg loops at the ankles, if rowing is too hard, just crunch. Okay? All right. Now, if we were going to do our harder sit-ups, then we have to learn how to change planes. So just watch me for the first one. We're going to bring our legs wide and around. Once we bring our legs wide and around, we're going to learn this in 6, but let's see. We'll save the sit-ups if it's too hard. We'll just try it. This is our inversion. Once we're in an inversion, then we can use our leg loops just to do some bicep curls. These would be the easier ones. And then if that is comfortable, we can do a wide straddle bicep curl. So let's just see how that goes. Okay? Step by step. So we come back through our floating Buddha. We're going to hold on to the swing, squeeze our legs together, and then just lean back. Okay? Good. When we lean back, let's just try to bring our legs wide. Bring your legs wide. And then bring them around and hook them in front. Can you come into the inversion? Wide and hook. Yes. Very good. Feet together.
Like here?
Yeah, just like that. Great. Yeah, just look at Shanti and Selena if you can't see me. And then just leave the leg loops, leave them where they are, love.
Okay.
Just feet together, feet touch. Look at Shanti. Yeah. Okay. Reach up, grab for your leg loops, have your fingers point the other way. Yeah. And then just do a crunch. Just do a couple crunches. Okay, crunch. Good. Nice. And after your next crunch, see if you can bring your legs wide. Keep holding onto your leg loops. Just bring them wide. Yes. There you go. Get them out of there. You got it, love. Okay. Crunch and then extend down. Just look at Shanti. Crunch and extend down. That's it. All right, cool. Put your leg loops back on. That's it. You did great. Put your leg loops back on. Once you get those on, hold on to the swing, and then we're going to come back around. There you go. Hold on to the swing. Nice and slow. Yeah. Good. All right, cool. So those would be our wide straddle sit-ups. Go ahead and acclimate to our new upright position. Does that feel okay?
That's called wide straddle sit-ups,
Yes.
and the one before that was called bicep curl sit-ups?
Yeah, or just crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah. We don't really, that was kind of like an in-betweener, so.
And the one before that was rowing.
Rowing, and then the same like ladle crunches.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we just hold on and pull up, we're just calling them crunches. They're kind of like in-between poses.
Okay.
Half notes, if you will.
Half.
Okay, half. Now for this next part, I want you to just watch, Kirsten, okay?
Okay.
That was great. And if you want to slide into chillaxin to watch, you're welcome to. Just kind of get into a comfortable position. We're going to review the other two that are really hard, so just for the video, we'll have it down, but I just want you to take a little pause, okay?
Thank you.
That felt like enough, right? So that's what I want you to do for today. It's perfect. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and come into ladle. Hold on, slide in, find the sweet spot, bring the legs wide and around. So it's like the first one. Okay, now once we're here, we hold on to the leg loops and then we come into the wide straddle. So this is the wide straddle sit-ups we did before, so we don't need to do these again. But now what we do is we balance. So we squeeze the legs together, crunch, and then scissor kick. Keep your bicep curl and scissor kick. Balance and scissor kick. You guys, you can turn around if you need to see me. Okay. All right. Cool. So bicep curl, scissor kick. These ones are hard. That's why I said don't worry about these.
Thank you.
They're hard for everyone. And then we're going to bring 1 foot back and 1 foot forward for the half lotus balance. Nice. Good. And then just roll down to sit. Roll down to sit. Yes. Stay seated. Sumo squat. Yeah. Good job. Okay. So those are the other two that we add on. Just for fun. If we can get people into rowing and then wide straddle sit-ups, we're doing great. Notice we don't want to make them too hard. I'm going to index the video.